Today I'm gonna address a situation that I've gotten a lot of emails about, and so many, in fact, that my friend Kate the Sleepy Teacher and I have decided to do a video on this. If you don't know Kate the Sleepy Teacher has a YouTube channel, and she's just, I think lovely is the word that I would choose to describe Kate. She is also making a video about this, so if you've not already watched that, you can go over to her channel afterwards and see what she has to say. She teaches 4th grade, 3rd grade, 3rd grade. Kate's doing a series, Alphabetical Advice from a Veteran Teacher. And what she's doing is going all the way through the alphabet from A to Z. She's doing collabs with different teachers on YouTube. She asked me to do something for T, so we came up with this idea of toxic teachers since I'm getting questions from so many of you. Let's get into toxic teachers. So first, what do we mean by toxic teachers? Toxic teachers are people that are just negative all the time, kind of permeates the school and infects everyone. They're the folks that are in the teacher's lounge, which is like the most toxic. It has the potential, right? Maybe some people have a good teacher's lounge, but it has the potential to be like the worst place in the school. You just have folks in there like, I can't stand that boy. What is wrong with that child? Honestly, I think he was raised by wolves. Here we go, Monday. It's been a long week. It's only Tuesday. At first, right? I get it. I get the whole thing. You're in the teacher's lounge. People are complaining, they're talking negatively about the students or the administration, and I get it. Because, to be honest, no one seems to understand teacher problems like teachers do. So that's who you want to commiserate with. That's who you want to complain to. When you're having a hard day, you want to like unwind and release and get it off your chest. And I'm not saying that everyone that sits in a teacher's lounge and complains is like a bad person or they really hate kids or they're there for the wrong reasons. I mean, I'm sure those people exist, but I'm not here to like judge and say who's good and who's bad. What I'm saying is that I think hanging around that kind of group can have negative effects. So why hang in the teacher's lounge? One, it's fun. It's fun to complain about stuff, right? Like, you do this all the time. People do this constantly, where it's like, you're just teasing about something or talking trash on something or like finding out what gossip, like who kissed who at the holiday party. Did you hear that these two teachers are dating? Guess who I heard might be pregnant? Can you even believe? I looked up online and found out how much money she makes and I can't believe it. The second reason you might want to hang out in there is it's really cathartic. Like I said, it's teachers understand teacher problems. I'm sure doctors do this with other doctors and lawyers do this with lawyers and trash men do this with trash men. It's just, these are your people and they understand your strife, so you share it with them and it feels good. And the third thing I think of is, you know what? Working out problems is hard. It's not easy work to go have an awkward conversation with your principal or with another teacher that wronged you or with the head of the union or whatever your issue is with. It's hard work. So I can see the rationale for kind of like being a part of a group like that because it helps you to get you off your chest. The problem is you're not really doing anything with it, so it just stays there unless it sort of magically goes away, which it's probably not going to. So what do you do when you want to be a Tigger and everyone else is an Eeyore? So let's go. Let's figure this out. Here's what you do. I'm going to give you two things to go off of. One, I'm going to just paint a picture of like how I handle these situations, and two, maybe like just a few other options because I realize that not everyone's in the same situation, not everyone teaches in the same type of school, and not everyone has the same kind of personality. Here's how I handle this. One, I create my own party. If I have my own party, I get to decide who comes to my party. I don't have to have anyone at my party that I don't want to have there or anyone that's going to like poison the water hole.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole!
I typically eat lunch in my room, or if it's really nice out, I'll sometimes eat out on the steps on the side of the school, and I invite people to do that with me. I find people that I think are interesting or encouraging, people that motivate me, people that I get along with, someone that I might want to know that I think is a really good person, and I invite them to eat lunch with me. And then I start surrounding myself with the kind of people that I want to be or that I want to be a part of a group with, and that's kind of the first step. The difference there is that if you go into the teacher's lounge, you have to typically fit into whatever conversation is already happening or get down with whoever's already in there. But if you create your own party, you can do whatever you want. Second, I eat with my kids, and I eat with only students that I want to be around and students that have a pass to be there. And so I try not to exclude anyone, but the kids know the gig. When you come in my room, there's a certain level of loudness that I'm willing to deal with, And unless you bring a lunch, you can't eat lunch, so you can't bring lunch up from our dining hall into my classroom. You don't throw your trash out in my room because then it just stinks like old tacos for the rest of the day. And what I'm doing is like creating the atmosphere in which I want to be a part of. And the third thing that I do, I try and be very, very clear in my actions and in my words about the fact that I'm excited about my job. I'm excited about the day. I'm pumped that it's Monday. I'm glad that it's Wednesday. No, Thursday isn't one step closer to the weekend for me. And just by doing that, you're kind of letting everyone know who you are and what you're willing to kind of like talk about. So some practical ways to take, like, how does being excited, what sort of actions and things am I saying that might convey this to other folks is, one, I say hi to everyone. To the janitor, to the ladies in the office, to every single kid in the hallway, to every single coworker that I walk by, I say hi to everyone. If someone doesn't like saying hi, I got this idea from Pat Croce. Pat Croce used to be the owner of the 76ers here in Philadelphia basketball team. He used to say that, like, if you say hi to someone and they're reluctant or they try and do that thing where they act like they didn't hear you, you gotta give them the sonic boom hello. Hello! Nobody will not answer the sonic boom hello. So you say hi to a kid or to another teacher and you say, hey, what's up? And no one answers you gotta go, yo, my man, what's up? And then you like put your hand in the air or like go give them a handshake. Nobody can deny that. It's like too much love right in your face. Who you are is infectious. I don't care if you've been teaching at your school for 2 months this year. I don't care if you're doing student teaching. I don't care if you have been at your school for 30 years and everyone knows you as one person. Whoever you are is infectious, no matter who you are. And you should really, really take that into consideration. If you go into school and you try to be excited about your day, you try to be positive about the situation, you're caring and loving towards your coworkers and the students and the administration and everyone, something happens when folks like that walk into a room. It's gonna change the energy in the room when you go in there. And you know this, right? You know when a classroom full of students and the right teacher walks in, that will either calm the students, or if it's a different kind of teacher, maybe it raises the level of energy in the classroom right away. Maybe it makes everyone kind of check themselves and see what they're doing. People entering rooms with a certain type of energy can affect that room. And I don't say that to be like all new agey or something like that, but I just don't have a better word for it than energy. I don't know. Stuff. Jim Rohn once said, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. And that's worth thinking about. If you think about the people you hang out with in school, are they working hard? Are they trying to build relationships with students? Are they going the extra mile? Or are they leaving right at the bell? Are they handing out worksheets every day on the low and so they don't have to do stuff? Are they shirking their responsibilities off on other people? Because if you hang out with folks like that, that's kind of who you're gonna be. My father-in-law put it very delicately one time when he said, if you hang out with crap, you smell like crap. It's really the smartest thing he ever said. Good work, Steve. Next thing you're gonna do to counteract toxic people is you're gonna create your own tribe. That could be 1 people, it could be 30 people. Doesn't matter. You're gonna find someone when you look around your school that you want to be like or you want to be with. And what you're going to do is ask them out for a drink. Go out to dinner, invite them over your house for a drink, carve pumpkins together, go trick-or-treating next week together. If they don't have kids, invite them along with your kids. If you both don't have kids, just hand out candy to kids as you're sitting on your porch or something like that. And the idea there is the relationships that you tend are the relationships that grow. So just like plants, you don't take care of a plant, it's gonna die. If you tend to that plant and take care of it and prune it and make sure that's fed right and watered right, it's going to grow. And you could honestly do that with 1 person or you could do that with 10 people. My wife just chose to pop popcorn in the room right next to me now.
I don't think they're gonna hear it.
They're gonna hear it. She's popping popcorn in a pan. Because we gotta be like hippies and live in Flagstaff or something like that.
Chemical free.
We're wearing Birkenstocks and popping popcorn on the stove. My apologies to all of the hippies that live in the Flagstaff area and your Birkenstocks. I can already hear the comments, and the question I'm getting is, Reynolds, but what do we do with all the miserable curmudgeons that we work with, that infiltrate us, that we can't get away from? They're constantly, everyone, it's infected. It's like The Walking Dead. I'm the only live human being walk around, a bunch of zombies that show up to school. All they want to do is eat people. Alright, first of all, if that's real, you should just leave your school immediately, because if people are trying to eat you, it is not a safe place to be. Look for a new job. If you're going with the metaphor that I'm putting out there, it wasn't a very good metaphor, I would say this. I think you have 2 options there. 1, you could just try to avoid them and then just be cordial when you see them. That might work fine. If you don't have rooms that are that close to one another, if you don't have to be around one another all the time, I'm real strategic when I go into a faculty meeting. I like stand at the top of the steps and like survey the situation that's below me, or walk into a classroom and look and see where I want to sit. Who do I want to place myself near? That person, maybe not. This person is going to laugh with me and we're going to have a good time and it's going to make it better. So being strategic about that, you know, you might be able to just avoid folks. Because folks that are negative are kind of like the sirens from the Odyssey. They sit on their little island and they sing a song of nastiness that they want you to gravitate towards because misery loves company. And then before you know it, you're jumping off your ship and you're swimming over there and then they kill your soul. But if you can't, here's what I do, and this is what maybe I would suggest for some of you if you feel like this is like in your realm of possibility. I say turn up the awesome. Light always destroys darkness. You can suffocate other people's negativity with your light and with your positivity and with your awesome. However, this is not an easy task and you have to stick with it sometimes for a long time. But if you do it long enough, you become known as the person that does that kind of stuff all the time, and you build a reputation for yourself. If at the first sign of pushback, or if someone doubting you or someone saying like, why are they always doing so much? Oh, they have their little party in their room every day. Oh, they eat lunch with the kids. Isn't that a really great outfit that they have on today? Oh, look at them saying hi to every single kid and knowing everyone's name. Yep, that's what you do. Turn up the awesome to 11 and suffocate out all of their negativity.
What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly.
And here's a couple of quick ways that you can do that. The next time you go out for coffee, buy that person a coffee. Maybe for Teacher Appreciation Day or for some random Friday, you have the kids write notes to teachers that don't get notes all the time. Maybe it's just maybe it's a lovely lady down at the end of the hallway that's just very quiet. Maybe it's the miserable curmudgeon in the office. Maybe it's the assistant principal that always seems to like crush the kids every single day and never has anything nice to say to them. What you're doing there is you're putting the power in the kids' hands, and instead of the kids just loathing those individuals, you ask them to find one or two positive things, however small they might be. Thank you for coming to school every single day. You know what? Thank you for stopping us and for caring enough about the situation for you to say something about the fact that my socks are the wrong color or something like that. And what that's going to do is you get to hand those out. Those teachers will most likely know that will come back to you, that you're the teacher that's trying to spread that goodness into the school. And you're giving people that like curmudgeons don't get shout outs. You're shouting out the folks that need it the most. Everyone knows who the great teacher is. Everybody knows who the teacher that the kids all love is. And maybe there's a little bit of jealousy there. Maybe there's a little bit of resentment. Maybe there's a little bit of anger at the fact that they don't get nice notes, or the kids never say anything nice to them or about their clothes or about their class. And so you are taking your power that you have and you're dispersing it in a way that helps to sprinkle some unicorn tears on the people that need it the most. I think that particular example can go so many other ways too. What you're doing really is surprising people with joy. People that are toxic are really not that toxic. They're probably really good people. They started out in this profession for the same reason that you did. And somewhere along the line, whether it was in school or out of school, they got punched in the face too many times and it just made them apathetic against the whole system. And what you're doing is infusing a little bit of happiness back into them. Some people will run with this. Some folks you do this with, it will literally change their lives. I've seen it happen. And some will just think, I don't know what the hell that kid gave me a card for. He's never good in my class. And you know what? You can't fix those people. But at the end of the day, who cares? This is all about you kind of dealing with the toxic people and not just trying to change everyone that's different than you. Here's my question for you. Could you please, in the comments below, leave a comment, a statement, something that you do to deal with the toxic teachers in your school? And then the rest of us will have that ability to kind of look through and see like what's worked for you. Maybe you have a short story or an example or fun thing that you saw on Pinterest that helped you to like reach out to the people that needed it the most and help them have a great day. I can't wait to read your comments. Thank you so much as always, guys. Thanks to my girl, Kate the Sleepy Teacher, for this collab. After this, if you could just go check out her video, I'm sure she's saying lovely things. And because that's what she does. That's who she is. Thanks. Peace.